Welcome one and all. We have perfect blue skies and quite a contest ahead of us. This really is a feel-good football match. Red and black wherever you turn, the San Siro is buzzing. Certainly up for this one. So it's away we go then. So they meet again, these sides resuming hostilities at the start of the second half of the season.
Well, Peter, here we have one of the greatest defenders of all time, Alessandro Costacurta.
Yeah, in a sense, understated, isn't he? Certainly, some would say underrated. He's one of the less glamorous members of the Milanese elite from the 1990s.
Yeah, but ability-wise, I think he was on a par with the rest of them. And his tactical...
He's gone for goal! That is simply breathtaking!
As openings go, this is up there. Another magnificent finish from Mr. Magnificent. This could be good. Very good.
Milan breakthrough nice and early, just as they wanted it. Neymar. Now it's Mbappe. Now it's Batistuta. Oh, nicely intercepted. So just a one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. That's gone for a throw-in. Maradona. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That's great positioning. So good from him. Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. He's tried one! Magnificent! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! And again, they simply do not know what has hit them.
Perhaps deserves a little bit of sympathy here because that's a goalkeeper's nightmare. It's clear that the keeper was unsighted by his defence, and by the time he picked up the flight of that, it was too late.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
Vitinha. Pinamonti. Badel. Neymar. Now it's Mbappe. Now it's Batistuta. Hits one! And it's there! Hot knife through butter. They have done it again.
Yeah, I'd call that transition with bite. They won it back and bit hard.
And now he has two. 3-0 and things are starting to look awfully cosy.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Batistuta! Lacking in accuracy.
Milan were again presented with an opportunity to break and look very, very threatening.
And here's Batistuta. And that interception was... It's Neymar! Vitinha. And the counter is on. Pinamonti. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Now it's Mbappe. And here's Batistuta. Oh, and with that, the half-time whistle goes. Well, the contrast in fortunes here could not be much more stark. All smiles on one side, their qualities have shone through. But look across the other way, and there is nothing short of absolute deflation.
This looks well and truly sewn up already, Peter, but please feel free to forget what I've just said if there's a spectacular turnaround.
Milan are steaming towards victory thanks to 3 first-half goals, which have left the opposition feeling grateful just to get in for a break. Another 45 minutes to come, but the mood in the stands here is very much suggestive that the deal is done. It is 3-0 at the break. And we are back on the way. Batistuta! Just too high.
Yeah, but you only need to look across to the sideline to see what one makes of that, Peter.
Well, already game, set and match, or so it feels. Referee's given a throw. Pirlo, a player of legendary status. He really is being given no time to think on the ball now.
Yeah, as you'd expect, Peter, that defence ought to know when to step up or drop off, and they finally made a decision to get tighter.
A whisker away from making it 4.
It was very much worth a try, and I've seen worse. That should tee him up nicely for his next attempt at least.
And speculative strike. And no one is overly concerned about that.
Well, it was an ambitious attempt, but it'll keep the defence on its toes at least.
Pirlo is there, and he can pick it up. Mbappe! Well, now it's a race for the ball.
Mbappe, well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
Pirlo. Maradona looking to add to his goal. Now, can they get it back? And it's Pirlo. And here's Mbappe. Mbappe! And that is a save of real quality. Not easy by any means.
Mbappe put absolutely everything he had into that. Maybe better look next time.
The fullback is in acres of space. And the shot! It's in! More or less by himself, as cool as you like.
Peter, I can tell you, that was nothing short of a cold-blooded execution.
So is this the start of a comeback? Junior Messias.
That's a modern defender's instinct from a modern coach's mindset.
Beckenbauer did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. It's Maradona! Oh, that is beyond special! A worldie and a half! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order! And they are pulling clear here! It was the crispest of hits. He just crashed it in.
Is it just me, or did he make that look very, very easy? That was terrific skill and composure from him. He finished with such aplomb.
And he's done it again. He's got his second. It's starting to look like a done deal now. Ekuban. Cornet. He's free. Chance! Could have here their final chance. So there's going to be another change here.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. So a real showpiece win. This lot was simply far too clever for their opponents, and despite their best endeavours, it has ended in an easy win. Batistuta taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. Thoughts on what we've just seen?
Milan really were great today. They showed a lot of battling qualities required in a game like this, such as intensity, personality, a gritty spirit. I think this result was well merited.
Well, that's it from us. Thanks very much, Jim. It's a very good day to you from both of us.